And we are live, and Nancy is smoking. Look at her, that hair, that beautiful makeup, those glasses, that lovely little crochet shawl. She's smoking today. So,
Hi, everybody.
hi. We
Oh,
were
I
both
got to
starting.
down my.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Oh my
we
gosh.
were both lighting our Palo Santos, and mine just went, and then hers is just like. So
Ah,
she's smoking it up for the both of us,
how
smudging it
is
up,
everybody today? I tell you
smudging it.
what, it's
Yeah.
pouring
Well,
rain here.
it is hotter than a. Never mind.
I,
Um.
my son and I took the three chihuahuas to the vet.
mm,
Oh my gosh, it was like a three-ring circus. I mean, we've got the most wonderful vet, but I'm I'm glad that's over with. Oh my gosh.
And I've been noticing in chat when I get down there that my fellow ladies, Rain and Ange, and Fatima might be popping in too in a bit with the heat. We had like a high of so far, I think 91, 92, and I think when you figure in the heat index, it's kind of pushing 100. So it was
Yeah.
a hot one today. But first here, Viviani and Ginger Faye.
Ginger's here.
Ginger, where's Ginger? Where's the
Oh
Faye? Where the Faye is she?
yeah.
Where's the Faye? Is Ginger like doing invisibility cloak on us? But maybe Viviani thought Ginger was joining us today. But Nancy and I are here. Hello, Viviani, my dear. And Rain has joined us. Hello, my dear. And Ange, oh, she's giving us little feathers. How sweet.
Aw.
And Rain has given us the little mousy. Hello, hello. And she goes, "Oh, rain. Oh, that rain. But yeah, Nancy's getting rain. We're getting, well, we're not getting rain. We're
Right.
getting heat." And Rain said, "I just got back from 2 hours of dog walking. 36F. We are all catching our breath." So your
Mm,
36 is our 90 something. So there
yeah.
must be like a difference of like 30 degrees or something between Celsius and Fahrenheit. So it's a hot one today. And Ange says, "I got back about 30 minutes ago from my walk too. Had to peel my sweaty clothes off and jump in a cold shower. I jumped in the tub, but yes, it
Yeah.
feels so good when you're done. And yes, best shower of your life. For me, that's when Mother Nature gives me my lovely shower. So those are the extra special ones. And
Yeah.
Amanda, Empress here. I call her our Empress Amanda. Um,
Yes.
so she is here with us. And Ange says, "I'm excited about the topic of the crone today." And that's exactly Nancy and I
Yeah.
are going to discuss. And she's like, "Where are all my 50 plus crones at? Raise your hand proudly up in here." And this was an interesting, Nancy and I were talking about this before I saw this, Ange. And I think Nancy and I, for us, even though we can be at any, no matter what age we are, at any point, we can be within the energy of the maiden, the mother, or the crone. But for me, I don't feel crone yet. For me, my crone is probably going to come somewhere when I start turning 55 and starting to edge closer to 60. Right now, I don't feel I'm in that crone energy, but yet there are some of us who are my age or in their 50s who do feel like they have obtained that energy or that wisdom and knowledge of the crone. So that was a very interesting conversation that we had. And
Mhm.
Nancy has a wonderful poem that she's going to start us off with. And Flowing is here. Hello, Carmela. Jessica Lynn is here. And oh, we got more people popping in. Teresa Levine. Hello. Coyote is here. Hello, Coyote Rosenbaum. Dancing Soul Sista is here. Let's see who else is
Wonderful
pop.
group.
Yes, all of our when I see people popping in, and I start to smile. I'm like, oh, our regulars are here. Miss Nissa is here from Washington State. Say hello to Bigfoot for us, my dear. And hey, girl, hey, Allison Aries Girl Tarot is here.
Hey, Allison.
Um, so let's see, 50 plus here. Soul Sister says, and we are all caught up. Yeah, Allison, we had like 91, 92 today, not figuring in some areas. So, yeah, it's a hot one all the way across. So, and that's okay, Soul Sister. You don't have to greet everybody individually. We all know that everyone is here and we all love and support each other. So, that is quite all right. So, yes, we are talking about the crone today. And this was actually kind of brought up when Nancy was being interviewed last week by Ramon Muscara.
Yeah.
And he mentioned crone. And he says most typically people have the idea of a crone being this hag, ugly, old, shriveled, evil, witchy looking woman. And and we were like, well, you know what? I mean, he wasn't being serious. He doesn't feel that way, but that's the typical. And people you see in art or movies or whatever, that's automatically how a crone or a hag or a wise woman is presented. And I thought I reached out to Nancy, what if we talked about the crone on Monday? That was a perfect segue into a subject for today. And I'm going to give it over to Nancy.
Before you do that, Ange put a note about Lisa from Mythical Witchery.
Oh, I don't know who she is, but oh, my heart goes out. It's never easy to lose a fur baby,
Oh,
especially at 6. Oh.
yes.
So lots of love to Lisa. For those who know her, please.
Yes.
And
Oh,
Holly, it's
hard.
been a while. It's good to see you, my dear. Thank you for joining us. So yeah, it's never easy.
Mm.
Yeah. I still feel the pain for all my babies, but lately I've been having dreams about them. And I realize it's them in the dreams. And I say, oh, can I pitch you really quick? Or can I hold you really quick? And in the dream, I get to do that. So
Oh,
they're there waiting for us on
that's
the other
sweet.
side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so Nancy has a poem.
Well, my mother lived to be 92, and she was 3 years older, just about 3 years older than my father. And when they first started dating, she asked him how old he was. And very wisely, he said, "How old are you?" And she told him, and he said, "That's how old I am." Of course, he was younger, but had he told her the truth, she would have stopped dating him. She would have been very conscious of being older than her husband. And she was always very sensitive about her age. And when she turned 80, of course, my children were really young, and Ricky watched the children, and my daddy took my mother and I out to eat at this really nice restaurant. And I had always told her, you're not old, it's just a number. Well, when we were at the restaurant, I had, a gift for her and everything. And I said, well, mother, you're 80. 80 is old. I mean, 80 is old. And she just laughed. And I read her this poem. And I'm sure a lot of you are aware of it. It's "When I am an old woman, I will wear purple." And this off of this poem is where the Red Hat Society was started, with wearing a red hat and purple clothing. And it's really precious. And this kind of is the attitude of a crone. When I am an old woman, I shall wear purple with a red hat which doesn't go and doesn't suit me. And I shall spend my pension on brandy and summer gloves and satin sandals and say we've no money for butter. I shall sit down on the pavement when I'm tired and gobble up samples in shops and press alarm bells and run my stick along public railings and make up for the sobriety of my youth. I shall go out in my slippers in the rain and pick flowers in other people's gardens and learn to spit. You can wear terrible shirts and grow more fat and eat 3 pounds of sausages at a go, or only bread and pickle for a week, and hoard pens and pencils and beer mats. and things in boxes. But now we must have clothes that keep us dry and pay our rent and not swear in the street and set a good example for the children. We will have friends to dinner and read the papers, but maybe I ought to practice a little now. So people who know me are not too shocked and surprised when I am suddenly old and start wearing purple. And that's by Jenny Joseph. I've got it like in a bookmark. And
That's wonderful.
I gave this bookmark to my mother. And after that, she was very proud of her age. You know,
I love
to tell people how old she was, you know, and I have always, you know, been very open about my age my whole life, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for sharing that. That was beautiful. And purple is the most awesome color ever, aside from indigo. But purple can be a part of indigo. So, but I digress. Yeah. And the purple diva herself, maybe we'll conjure her now because we talked about purple.
Yeah.
We'll see. And Timothy has joined us again. Hello, Timothy. My older sister is a Pisces. Sometimes it's fascinating how a sibling thinks. Most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And Ange says, same, I will always be proud of and embrace my age. Me, I kind of, you know, wobbling a little bit on that. I'll get there. And Coyote says, I love that. So, and I just love that everybody's sending healing energy to Lisa.
Yes.
You know, and lost her baby. So
thank you for letting us know, Ange.
Yeah. What a wonderful, again, we do have a wonderful community here, especially on my channel. And I love purples and blues. And Amanda Empress says purple is my favorite color. Mm-hmm. And so Nancy was going to be sharing. Oh, wait a minute. Allison, I've never had a problem with my age. I'm 54 years old. It's easy for me to say. Mm-hmm. You know, some people like hesitate, like I'm. You know.
Now, my husband had a problem when he turned 50. I did not realize it at the time, but he did. And when I turned 50, I was shouting it from the rooftops. I was, you know, I was half a century old. I was excited, you know. But anyhow.
And Dancing Soul Sister says, imagine being 85, wearing a red hat, spitting and not giving a damned fig.
Well, you know, there's something
something
about now. I don't know how y'all, you know, the ones that of you that are like in your late 40s and in your 50s and you still have your parents alive. I don't know how your parents, you know, obviously act and how they embrace their twilight years, you know. You know, there's a lot to being a crone. And I, for myself, I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Mm-hmm. And I think you're a crone when you're ready to be a crone. You know, if you're 60 and don't feel like a crone yet, you know, have at it. You know, you've got more to do. Yeah, I'm proud to say I'm 66.
Oops. Yeah.
It's Coyote. Yeah.
And Nancy and I were.
I'm 77.
And I didn't know that. I thought Nancy was in her 60s, early 60s. You know, so.
Yeah.
Like that old adage, you never ask a woman her age. You can, as long as it's respectful, you know.
Yeah. But I have a little bit of information on the crone that I got. I had fun doing this. It's real simple, and I'm sure that.
And while Nancy is
you
reading,
are aware of this. Pardon me?
I'm going to be sharing some images while she's sharing, because we're going through our cards.
And a lot of this came from the Maiden, Mother, and Crone book by Conway. It's an old book. I got it used
like
from
me.
Thrift Books. But this is what it says. The crone aspect of the great goddess is the least understood and most feared of all the three aspects. Terrible mother, the hag, dark mother, wise one. She deals with death and end cycles. Black, dark blue, and deepest purple are her colors. crone is winter, night, outer space, the abyss, menopause, advanced age, wisdom, counsel, the gateway to death and reincarnation, the initiator into the deepest of mysteries and prophecies. The waning moon is her time of power. The crone's number is 9 and multiples of 9. This number symbolizes wisdom and the sacred magic. 9 is also a moon number, which means spiritual completion and wholeness. Every human must come to terms sooner or later with the Dark Mother or the crone aspect of the goddess. To aspire to be a crone is to want the psychological and spiritual growth that she symbolizes. The crone is an archetype of inner potential that we grow into becoming. Crones trust what they know in their bones. Crones are fierce about what matters to them. Crones choose the path with heart. Crones speak the truth with compassion. Crones listen to their bodies. They don't grovel. That's for don't. That is for sure. This crone certainly doesn't. Crones laugh together. Crones savor the good in their lives. Crones together can change the world. Exceptional men can be crones.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I have this is kind of I don't know if it's exactly a prayer of the waning crescent moon phase. Oh, beautiful moon, waning in light, nothing compares to your beauty this night. I ask thee, fair crone, to take away things that do not serve me in a positive way. Take the things that stop my growth so I can serve thee. It is my oath. Remove the things I no longer need so I can prepare anew. For this I plead. Make me new for the dark moon phase. I ask this great crone for the coming days. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Crones embody wisdom, insight, transformation in the concluding phase of life. Revered in many traditions, crones celebrate honoring the seasons and cycles of light. The symbols of the crone are the owl, the dark moon imagery, cauldrons, and bones. The crone's tools are a ritual knife or athame, candles, and chalice. Look to the crone in challenging times. So, I have a few pictures of crone. Of course, I love this one. Look, isn't that beautiful?
It's the maiden and mother, but there's the crone. Yep. Oh, yeah. Let me get that on. This is a beautiful picture I sent to Nancy.
And
Nancy, you want to put that back up again? Because I had to put my statue down so people can see that.
I love this for obvious reasons. And this. Let's see, there we go. This is a crone in the woods. This is what I think people envision when they see her there. You can hardly see her. She's in the darkness. I love this one.
Mm-hmm. The butterfly. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Myself, speaking as a crone, I find being a crone very reassuring. It's a very deep spiritual path because now I have longevity in my family. My mother lived to be 92. My father's mother was 92. My mother's mother was 85. My great grandmother was 101. My grandfather was 95. My father was 87, and my mother was 92. So having said that, it's possible that I could live to be a very, very ripe old age. And I hope that happens. But if it doesn't, I'm fine with that, you know. But what does the crone mean to you all? Can you put it in chat?
Mm-hmm.
When you think of the word crone, what comes to mind? What do you see? How do you feel about the prospect of becoming a crone for you younger ones?
Makes me nervous
Makes you nervous.
because, like I was telling Nancy, in at least in the United States, um, you know, elderly people are treated with disrespect, almost sometimes like second class. I see people, or I have seen people in the nursing home, and how they get treated by staff and nurses and things. And I have no children. And so for me, I always wonder what's going to happen to me when I get to the point where I'm not able to take care of myself. And that may not ever happen. I may always be able to take good care of myself until the day I go. But let's see here.
Well, I
So,
have absolutely no fear whatsoever of going in a nursing home. Now, my mother didn't want to go in a nursing home, and my father, oh my gosh, he certainly, it was like a fate worse than death.
hi, Jay.
And my husband didn't want to be in a nursing home, but, I've told the children, listen, if you, I want to be in a nice place, where I will be properly taken care of. But I have no fear. My fear is not being able to take all my decks with me, stuff like that.
Even that beautiful behind.
Yeah. But,
Timothy has shared with us, crone, someone that has a great handle with change. Yep, they can handle change, lost strength. And says, wisdom, beauty, powerful, lovely white or gray hair. I'm excited to step into that phase when it comes. And Timothy says, works as a care provider. Interesting. Allison says, a life well lived and lessons learned. Bravery, seasoned and wise, not afraid.
Yeah.
Wow. And Empress Amanda, I have no problem getting old. I will know I did something right to make it to a very old age. That's a nice way of looking at it too.
Yeah.
Because there's people in my family that didn't get to make it to this age.
Oh,
and there's a lot of people.
Amanda's so sweet. She said, if I can't take my decks with me and my crystals, I will take them to take care of them for me. Isn't that sweet?
That's beautiful. And Jay said, exactly, Nancy, taken care of by some beautiful young Dr. Eye Candy.
Oh,
put that attention out
I mean, it's so funny when I go to the doctor because they look like children, some of them. I mean, oh my gosh, But anyway,
we have somebody new in chat.
Oh,
love is the trend is here.
Hello
and welcome.
Yes.
And I will come take care of Nancy in her home. No nursing home for this crone. Oh my! Yeah, I told you you're well loved in our community, Nancy. You really are. And Fatima says, I agree with Heather. My sister works in a nursing home. So Adelia does. Sometimes they hire the wrong people.
Yeah. I have a friend who she is actually, she and her boyfriend at the time, and eventually her husband, introduced my husband and I. And she has worked in nursing homes for decades. And she is precious with the people. And she treats them like they're babies. She loves them like they're a baby, because, some of the stuff that people have to do in a nursing home is pretty rough. But, she has that attitude that she is serving, these people in the twilight years of their life. And she's very sweet and loving. And where my husband was at the end, everybody was wonderful. And I told them to save a bed for me because eventually I'll probably be there, but it's called Autumn Care.
Autumn care. And autumn's my favorite time of year.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and Timothy, you're right. Vigilance is important for folks for deserving of care. Yes, they are.
Yes.
Care and respect and dignity. We all deserve that.
Oh.
And Nancy, I'm teasing you. I will come take care of you so you wouldn't have to leave your home. And so you got all of us. We're all going to go to Nancy's.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have a good time. Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There is just something that is wonderful about being able to rest in it and embrace it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I believe in reincarnation. And I believe that this time, this lifetime, I have had the opportunity to embrace a spirituality that I have not been able to experience in past lives. And this is very precious to me. And that, I think, is why I try to add that or incorporate that in my readings, because I feel it's just so important. Mm-hmm. And I think it's very important to be positive, a message from my daughter.
R2D2.
She's R2D2 and
I love it.
Darth Vader. And my son, my youngest son is Chewbacca. He comes with his roar.
And last night, Darth Vader came by for poetry.
Yes.
We're all quiet writing our poems all here. I'm like, oh, even Vader wants to write with us. There we go.
Yes.
Bring it on, Anakin. Well, Hayden Christensen, but I digress. Amanda wanted to share. I saw my mother-in-law in a nursing home. I hated it, but there is a spiritual story to it that I will share on my channel one day. So we look forward to hearing that, Amanda.
I love what Timothy said. Big question mark. What it must be like to see things beyond this realm. This sounds kind of crazy, but I am looking forward to that. I don't have to experience it like right now. Mm-hmm. But I think it will be probably the biggest adventure of my life is when I pass, and I think if you're in the right place and you're spiritually, you feel secure in what you embrace, what you believe, whatever it is, it's not scary, Of course, everybody wants to go to sleep and wake up and they're
that would be my hope.
Yeah, most people that's that's what we want, Mm-hmm. But it's like when my husband was very, very close to passing, I thought, oh my goodness, what he is going to see, what is going. Oh, there's Darth Vader. I'm sorry.
Like I said, Amanda, and Amanda said it was hilarious last night when Vader joined us. And Amanda, he's joining us. He heard me say, ooh, Hayden Christensen. Oh, I know everyone hated on him.
We're big Star Wars fans in our family.
Yeah. And Amanda says, we get to visit the spiritual realm in our sleep. We just may not always remember it. And if that's true, then I don't know, it kind of doesn't make sense because I wake up in the morning going, what the hell did I just dream about? Some of the things that, so.
The other night I dreamed of Scott, Scorpio sun, and I was in Ireland and I contacted him and said, Scott, I'm in Ireland, come over here. And he hopped on a plane and he was staying in this really old inn. And I had to go up these really steep, narrow steps to get up to his room. And I had the coolest sports car. I don't know, where I got this sports car. and we just drove all
Wow.
over Ireland. I don't know where Jackie was, but Scott and I had the best time, and I sent him a message and told him about it, and he goes, "Oh, I love that."
And Jackie was probably like, and you guys went driving around
Yeah.
without me? How dare you, both Jackies?
Yeah, yeah. But we
No.
had fun. Anne says she has earbuds in, and all of a sudden she heard the breathing.
And Jay said
Yes,
they should
Lori.
have nursing homes for spiritually advanced people that still has the fun and practice. Nancy can host before meds for bedtime tarot. Oh, well, that would be
Yeah.
cool. Bedtime tarot. No,
My son, he has this huge Halloween party every year, the Saturday before Halloween. And Ginger is going to come with her two sons to the party, and there are just all kinds of people there. And David has all these. We want to do a live from it, but anyway, Ginger and I are going to do tarot readings and oracle readings at the party, and so we're really excited about that. So we might do a live from.
Oh, the last one was just absolutely a blast. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You guys were awesome. I was so jealous. I was like,
Oh,
I
we
want to
had
be
fun.
there.
We really did, and she's really very close. And I feel like Amanda, we're going to hook up with Amanda. I'm not exactly sure.
Mhm.
Amanda's in Georgia, I think. You're still in Georgia, aren't you, Amanda? Because Georgia's
Yeah.
pretty close to us. Yes.
Yeah, she says she's only about an hour, maybe two from the border because she's near the border.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I remember her saying that. And let's see, Green Adventuring also joined us. And I don't think I can go that far back up, but Jen F has also joined us. And
Oh,
so
wonderful.
has Janet Bora Bora. And let's see, blessings, Tim. Oh, okay. And oh, nice. That's awesome, Nancy. Also, Tim, you're in the Pacific Northwest Oregon. Well, we
Ooh.
may be neighbors next year, depending on where you are. Not asking you to put that in there. I know that's private, but we're going to be in the southern area around the Medford Ashland area. So next year, I'm hoping my fella's an Oregonian. So this is going to be my first time there. And I'm hoping that Oregon will open its arms and welcome
Well, the
me.
pictures
So
I've seen of the area
I've been sending Nancy
absolutely
pictures.
Gorgeous. Yes.
And Amanda says yes. She goes, yes, beautiful. I'm about 2 hours from you, I believe.
Yeah.
So not that far at all.
Well, the way Ginger drives, she got here a lot quicker. It was like an hour and a half from
wildfires.
She's in Greenville. Yeah.
And Timothy, I know about the fires from back in about 6 years ago or so. They were starting to rebuild. Lithia Park is where I'm looking forward to going to paint and to draw and to for Shannon plays guitar. So we'll see. We may end up there. We may end up around it. You just never know. I leave it to spirit to find the best place for us.
Amanda, you're welcome. You're welcome. Anytime. Just give me a heads up, okay?
Bring that sleepy bag. No, she'll be like, no, sleepy bag here, have the bed.
What I'm trying to do right now is, people do spring cleaning. I am doing fall and winter anticipation cleaning. And I am currently in my closets, cleaning out all my closets. And my plan is to have everything where there's nothing to do, except do the laundry and do the cooking and, dusting and, vacuuming and stuff like that. And not have any major projects. And then I can enjoy my fall and my winter. And that's when I really, really try to study and learn. Do a lot of reading. It's very, very important to me. It's like I'm in my own little cocoon here, and I'm just really looking forward to it.
For autumn, fall is the time where I feel like I'm in my strongest power. I don't know what it is, the colors, the scent, everything, but autumn and fall has always been, precious to me. I mean, I love my spring, don't get me wrong, and I enjoy the park during the summer, but for me, autumn is where I just feel like everything kind of starts to click and things open up and I process and I learn, and
Mhm.
I start getting some creative ideas, and so we all resonate.
Ramon just popped into the chat, and
Did he
Ramon,
now?
we're talking about the crone today, and very special men can become crones, but you have to be very special. So you might, want to work on that when it's time
Hmm.
for you. You could very possibly be a crone.
Well, he's in the quote unquote crone age, like me.
Well,
I'm only
we
about a year or so
decided
older than
that
him,
that
but
you're a crone when you are ready to
when you're
embrace
ready,
crone.
when
Yes.
when
Yes.
you are ripened on your vine, Ramon. And actually, with Ramon, if you're listening still, I'm sure you are. You inspired this episode with your discussion with Nancy last week, and on the interview they did with their with Nancy in Orbit. And if anybody didn't catch that, please do. Ramon did a lovely job talking to Nancy about
Oh, I had
her
fun.
life, her
He's a wonderful
spiritual
host.
life. They had fun with questions with the tarot. We got to learn a little bit about Nancy, um, and some fun facts about her. And he had actually brought up, you know, the concept of the crone, and that's why we thought this would be perfect for
He
today's
said you
episode.
really had to go there, Heather.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, so Green Aventurine says yes, the Shakespearean Festival. I have heard, yes. And it's a beautiful, amazing people. Well, thank you. Oh, you grew up in the Bay Area. Um, okay, what did I miss? So let's see. Amanda, I do spring cleaning twice a week. Jen says I would love to move somewhere that is warm all the time. Um, Timothy said he hadn't a clue. Um, oh, you really had to go there, Heather. Well, with
I
age.
love it.
But okay,
Um,
no, I'm gonna stop right here for a second, because this is Ramon. This is the perfect opportunity. I was talking to Nancy backstage, and I was realizing as I was going through my decks, looking for representations of crone women, that you could see the lines in their face. You could see that um, they're not youthful, or in the mother where you see very little. And I noticed I was going through a lot of my decks, like with Colette Baron Reed and a couple of others, and I'm like, for the Colette Baron Reed with the Queen of Air, she is the only one out of the deck that is, you can actually see a crone. There are multiple male crones or of age that are represented, and Nancy and I were discussing that still in our society, it's okay for men to show the gray in their hair. It's okay for men to show the lines. They're called distinguished. They're called handsome, or they're whatever it is. But with women, no, no, we got to put the makeup on, we got to hide the lines, excuse me, we got to do the Botox, we got to hide the age. And it goes to show still the mentality
mhm.
of as we grow older, that it's acceptable. I mean, Ramon is 50 some years old. He's got wonderful gray hair. Um, and for people to, they would see him, oh yeah, he's older, he's mature, he's peppered, but yet for women, they're like, oh, are you going to color your hair? Are you going to put the, you know what I mean? So, and this is not a knock on Ramon. This is just a wonderful opportunity to have that discussion, you know,
Well, I think
about.
too, Heather, one of the reasons for that is that men,
Hi, Lottie B.
men can have children up into their 70s and 80s, really. I mean, how old was Picasso?
Yeah,
When he
Picasso.
had, he had babies when he was really old. But, women are limited with that, but
Yeah,
maybe,
and
maybe that's one of the reasons. I don't know.
they're
But there are a
just.
lot of discrepancies.
Yeah, he's
Um,
51. And hello, Sylvia. Sylvia has joined us, as well as Lottie B. Positive lurking. Oh, that's good. Even stranger is the new inventions for silicone and cosmetics. Yep. And a lot of men are starting to go that way too. Even the men are starting to feel pressured in our society
and
to,
I have never understood that. I don't, I mean, I've I would never consider plastic
Me
surgery.
too.
I and I don't, I don't know, maybe I'm the exception rather than the rule, but I mean, growing old is a privilege that's denied to many,
Yes.
you know? And when you can see your children doing well, and then you see your grandchildren, and you want, like my grandchildren, my grandson's 10 and my granddaughter's 8. And well, they're growing so fast. I mean, oh my goodness, it seems like they were just born, but that's the way it is. Our children grew up like that,
Mhm.
But I hope that I'm around long enough to see them doing well as adults, But time will tell on that. But I wanted to talk about a new deck that I got. That has to do, well, I suppose there are some goddesses in it, but do any of you have the Rooted Woman deck?
I know I do not. And my deck was supposed to be here on time today, and it did come in. So
Who? I'm sorry.
no, I was just letting people know in chat that they were expecting my deck to come in today, and it didn't come
Oh,
in time
yeah.
for the show. So maybe
Well,
later.
I
That's
was
beautiful.
looking through this earlier, and I just want to read one paragraph because I think this is the coolest card. It's the Stone Cir. Oh, wait a minute. This is the wrong one. Wait a minute. 14.
And Amanda says, I don't wear makeup except lipstick. I have the attitude if you don't like what you see, don't look. There you go, girl.
Let me see. I
And
can't.
Great Adventuring says menopause was freeing for me. Yep.
Oh, wait a second here. Let me. 14. The Old Woman of Dreams. I love this. I think this is the coolest legend. The Maker of Visions.
Here, let me put you
Okay.
so we can see.
And this is what it says.
There we go.
Have any of you heard of this legend? Because I absolutely love it. An old Scottish folk tale tells of an old woman and an old man who lived in a cave high up in the Cullinan Mountains of the Isle of Skye. The couple are the creators of all the dreams in the world. The old woman of dreams has deep vision. She can see and understand everything that's happening in the world by looking into a dark pool in the cave. She uses this knowledge to create the substance out of which her husband crafts the dreams of the world. The two of them together, quite literally, dreaming the world into being.
I love that.
I think that's the coolest thing. I just absolutely love that. And I had never heard of that.
Dreaming the world into being. I love that.
Yes.
It has that magical, mystical
Yeah.
quality to it that I love. Like our poetry that we were doing last night.
Yeah. I had fun.
Yep, and Timothy's sharing Dahamdir, Damsa Allah, Spider Lady. I'm not familiar, but I've heard Spider Woman, like on my
I have too.
Spider Lady. Galage. I don't know if that's supposed to be the. Yeah, I'm not sure who that is. Timothy. I'm thinking that maybe that was another way of writing for the Colic or the Kalec, the crone goddess of death and rebirth. The illustration of the Irish and Scots. Okay. So, was there anything else you wanted to share, Nancy?
No, I just am excited to be a crone.
All righty.
It's a good thing too, because there's nothing I can do about it, right?
Embrace yourself.
That's right. We all need to embrace who we are. And I think it's sad that people have, this is my opinion, that people feel insecure and have to have all of the plastic surgery and, just don't feel good about themselves and worry about aging, because this is a time when you want to be free and just enjoy life and enjoy living. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. The Gaelic language. Yeah. Thank you, so sister. That's what I thought. So I've been having the ticker going down. I've been looking in chat, waiting to see if anybody would like a Divine Feminine reading, a message from the Divine Feminine. And if you do, you know the drill. Just type me in big caps, and I will start adding people to the list. And Nancy and I just, of course, ask that everyone remains and be present for when we call you. Okay, Amanda, I got you. Woo! And oh no, I just put Amanda out, timed Amanda out.
Oh dear.
It jumped up on me. Amanda?
She loves you, Amanda. Just hang in there. It's 300 seconds, right?
Yeah. Oh, I hate when it does that. Oh, so really quick. Okay, Fatima, star comment. So it doesn't do that again. Okay, Rain. Me. Okay, star I I hate when that happens. Oh, but yes, a tropical empress. Ange, I'm going to just star you to remind me of Amanda. So when she comes back, oh, my beautiful girl, I'm so sorry. People don't realize when you're in a stream, if you don't use StreamYard, the chat jumps really quick, and when you go to click on those three little, those little buttons to go ahead and star comment, not right down under is time or ban someone for 300 seconds, and it can just jump that quick right under your mouse when you go to click on it. So, oh goodness. So yeah, go. Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, chat streams can run so fast. It sure does, Timothy. It sure does. So till Amanda gets back, we can go ahead and pull cards for Fatima.
Okay.
And Nancy and I again, as always, appreciate everybody joining us. Like we do every Monday. We appreciate your support, not just of us, but for the Divine Feminine as well. She's in all of us.
Yes. Let's see here. Let me put away
So for Fatima.
that. So
I keep forgetting to unbox my. Wait a minute, do I have my Mary deck here? Oh, there she is. Fatima, I haven't pulled a card for you in a while from my Fatima deck. I should grab that too. Alrighty. I just wish I had the smaller palm edition like Nancy had, because these ones are big. Yeah, so sister, she I accidentally blocked her. I went to go star her name, and chat jumped, and when I clicked, it jumped from star comment to ban user for a while. So she'll be back. All right. Ooh.
okay, I have 3 cards for Fatima. And of course, I always have to pull from Mother Mary for you. And this is the first card that I got for you, Fatima. It's Our Lady of Love. Pray to Our Lady for the release of hate and fear within yourself and within our world. Such prayer unleashes her beautiful will. Pray, that is your role. Act on what comes to you through the heart in prayer. There is no limit to the love that can flow through you. You will never be depleted by it, only expanded. Actively conspire with her so that all hearts may know peace. I love that. And you are just the person to do that. I pulled a language of color card for you and got the pearl, which is to connect to the divine.
Mm.
And I don't think anything needs to be expanded on that. And the final card I was using through a deck that I have that's called the Shine deck, Shine from the Inside. And it says, journal it out, write how you feel. And I think journaling is very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
It helps us to get things out not to keep them bottled in, to get things out and express yourself. And that's what I have for you.
Beautiful. And Agador agrees.
He does.
He's adding his little song to your reading, Fatima. And yes, soul sister, shit happens. It does. So Fatima. Okay, I see it. Now, Miss Nisa, make sure I get you on there really quick. So she's added to the list. And Fatima says, very good, thank you. To Nancy. So yeah, I know. I didn't mean to throw you out. Oh my God. So Fatima, let me just take your name down so you can see the card. I pulled from Mother Mary, but I also pulled from my Resurrection Oracle. And the card that I got for you was the Lament, the beautiful angel. And the card is about letting go and grieving. And it says here that a lament is not always about death. It can sometimes be about regret. And what really jumped out at me for this card is, while lamenting can be a healthy process, it is up to you to say when the process is over. Try not to let your lament evolve into who you are or define you as a person. There may be a way out if you find healthy outlets such as music, art, or writing. But little by little, make your way to the light at the end of the tunnel. So this is about having to let things go. A lot of tears, a lot of sadness, and it says here, endlessly reliving things in your mind until it begins to wear on who you are becoming. So making sure that what is making you sad, what is bringing you down, what you see in the world around you, in your personal life, not to let that bring your spirit down. Grieving is okay, and we process it all in our own time. Only you know when your grieving is done for you, but it's just another reminder not to let it drown you. Don't let it devour you. Don't let it, take over you or empower you. And the Mother Mary card I have says Our Lady of Truth. So this is a truth that is very important for you to hear today. And I just love the colors in this card. I just love the pinks and the golds and the beautiful tans. And it says here that your world is changing, triggered by the transformations already happening within you as you grow spiritually. So as you're growing, as you're changing, as you're transforming, not everybody else is going to be on that same wavelength with you, the same vibration. And the things that you see or things that they may say, whether to your face or behind your back, the sense of, it can make you very sad. It could feel like you are losing a part of yourself when you lose people around you. But this is where she's reminding you to stand in your truth. And it also says here, this oracle brings you comfort and guidance, encouraging you to honor your truths and especially to be as truthful with yourself as possible. So not, defining your truths or your truths being of your own, not being of like the group mind or the group think, making sure that you stay true to yourself. And if that means having to let go of people or parts of yourself, but if it's for your personal growth, it's time to let go. And it's okay to cry and to lament over that. But at some point, just don't let it overcome you to the point where you can't move on. You take that pain, you transform it, and you make it into something beautiful or powerful. Transmute it like art, listening to music, things like that. So thank you, Fatima. And I see Amanda's back. Sorry, Amanda, in the naughty chair. It wasn't intentional. I was a bad girl. So,
See, that's, Amanda is going to be the most awesome crone because she's
already she's getting
fun. I mean, and Jeff has
so.
joined us.
Oh, hello, Jeff at 555.
Ah,
Actually, numbers. All right, so we're going to refer Amanda. She was actually the first one that was to be starred until
oh, okay.
she got kicked to the naughty corner. So Amanda is next.
Okay, I have cards for Amanda.
Okay. Ooh.
Um, your first card, Amanda, it says stay away from drama today. And I think this is a card for the collective. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know about you all, but I do not do drama. No. Uh, it takes too much energy. Um, the other two cards that I have, I love for you, Amanda. I pulled from the Crone deck, Wisdom of the Crone, and I got the summer card for you. And this is what it says. Have you worn your tiara lately, built a sandcastle, or caught fireflies in a jar? When was the last time you took a long afternoon to just read? Have you moved so your body stays loose and limber? And stars, have you looked up into the sky to be inspired and humbled by the intricate glitter? Make time. And you know what I love is the card that came out of the color uh, deck was watermelon. Have fun with your inner child. And
Oh,
I think that's so important. Did you? Ah,
I got a
okay.
card that says inner child.
Okay, we've got some synchronicity going on,
Mm-hmm.
but that's what I have for you, beautiful Amanda.
Oh, wow. How about that? So, um, I'll get to the inner child, but I pulled also from the Witch Oracle, woman in total control of herself. Um, and I got the companion, and look at her. She is dancing around her cauldron. She is making her own magic.
Mm,
She is in touch with her inner power, and this is one of my favorite cards. For it's kind of hard to see because it is a glossy card stock, but there she is, and she's got long, beautiful black hair like you do, my dear. So dancing around the cauldron. And oh, let me find out really quick here because I don't pull her too often. Um, and it says here, I'm looking for a line that jumps out. Usually they jump out at me. Okay, your body is a sacred companion. She is the one entity that will never leave you during your journey as a human. She is always working on your behalf to restore, heal, and create the balance that allows you to fully participate in this life. Shed the weight of expectations, trim down the thoughts of too much and not enough. Dance your hips, move dance like your hips move mountains. Put some magic of unabashed self-approval in your cauldron and witness how the steam of that self-esteem wafts out into the world, passing on permission for other women to feel the same about their unique shape. So there you go, girl. And dancing around that fire, doing that and teaching and showing women to let their inner child come out. And that's the next card for you, the inner child. And it's just absolutely beautiful. Allow that inner child to come out, the play, the dance, the music. Sometimes when we were little girls, I know I did. I used to love playing out in nature. I throw things in the water, stir them with a stick. I'm going, ooh, I'm making a magic potion, or I'm making so. We would do all these magical, fun, playful things as children, and that's when magic was so tangible to us, and when we were able to be open-minded to believe in the unbelievable, the possibilities. So what a beautiful card, two cards, Amanda. Dance around that cauldron like nobody else, like nobody's watching. Invite all of your fellow witchy ladies here with you. The dance, bring out that inner child, no matter what age, and have fun with that. So that's what I have for you, my dear. All righty. Let me go back down to here. Nancy, I pulled that watermelon card for myself yesterday. Love that deck. I bought it after Heather and Ramon were teasing me with the luscious food images.
Yes.
Yep, and Gerald and I are going to do a deck casual next month on this deck as well. It's a wonderful deck.
When I was shuffling, a card popped out, and I think this is for the collective because this has to do with the crone. Really, this is from the crone deck, and it's the card of immortality.
Ooh.
And this is pretty much my message as a crone. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. Do not sleep. I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamonds glint on snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awake in the morning's hush, I am the swift uplifting rush of quiet birds in circled flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die.
Ooh.
And the author is unknown on this, but when it popped out, I just thought, well, that kind of says exactly how a wise crone should feel. Yeah.
And Ange says, yes, Nancy, I'm familiar with that poem and love it.
Yeah.
And Amanda, I don't think you need another deck, but I'll let you know what deck. This is the Witch's Oracle, woman in total control of herself. This is a beautiful deck. The artwork is like old fashioned, like time, pre-Raphaelites and those type of images, but Angie's husband reworked some of them and to create and give him his own spin. And she also writes poems in here that are extremely powerful for feminine energy. And of course, I had to wear my "Feminism is for Everybody" t-shirt.
Amanda wanted to know what deck that was. This is from the Wisdom of the Crone. And the list price on the back of the box is $22.50, but I got it on Amazon for much less, and they also have it on eBay. I think it's a wonderful deck. Perspective, and what it is it's things that crones that they collected from crones, things that were important to crones, and that's what they. And the pictures of the people on the deck are the people that contributed to the thought that's on the card. Yeah.
Ooh, that's beautiful. Now that's very personal, and that would probably be really good for like ancestral readings too, or spirit readings.
Yeah.
And Ange, if you have that deck, and then we also have that human spirit deck, you should come join me for a deck talk on those decks. Still trying to get you to. Just letting you know, I haven't forgotten for you. Come joining Nancy and I, Allison and I, coming on the channel. So, Amanda says, Heather, I'm trying to replace the bad decks I have. We all have those decks that we thought were just, and then when we get them, and then we just kind of, at least I can say for myself that they just didn't end up resonating.
Well, see, when Amanda and I get together, she can bring her purgatory box with her, and I will have mine, and then she can choose what she wants, and vice versa. Because what I don't love might be just exactly
like the Forhaxa.
And yes. Oh my, I love that deck. I love that.
And it didn't resonate with Ginger, but it was she was the carrier. She was the one that was going to bestow you.
Ginger said, well, it was always yours. So that's the way it works out sometimes.
Alrighty. And yay, Ange. Email me. Well, we're on WhatsApp too, so you know how to get me, girl. And so Rain would would love her reading.
Okay. Well, I have 3 cards for Rain.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Wow, my goodness,
Yeah.
you are on fire.
The first one that I drew, Rain, is this card says, "Slow down and rest. You need it."
Yes.
I suggest that you do that. Um, you know, when I was young and was like off work sometime, and it was like a rainy day or a day that I didn't want to get out, I would stay in my pajamas all day, and I had a tray, and I would fix me a pot of tea, and I would get a book, and I would get my journal, and I would just languish in bed all day and read and just do things that I normally didn't have time to do. And it just kind of a very special day for me, make special tea. I suggest you do that. The second card from the Crone deck is the card of air, and I love this for you. As the breath of life animates the body, the element of air stimulates the mind. Ideas manifest into reality. Breathe in, stay curious and interested, study, learn, and create. Knowledge is power. Open yourself to all that exists. Let it fill you. And the final card is the from the color deck, and it's the color of auburn, and it says, "Ground yourself." And this is
Mm.
so important, but I absolutely love that. Look at those beautiful fall leaves. I love that color, and it's so important for us to be grounded. Yes.
All righty. Oh, I love that deck. I really, really do. And I discovered that deck through Kelly at Dozen Cats. I was like, oh, I'm an artist. What deck is that? And I went right. I just immediately ordered it, and I've had it for like 3 years now. I love it.
Mm.
So, Rain, look what I got for you. Lean on me. I just love the colors, the
Ooh,
dress, the butterflies.
that's
Just
beautiful.
absolutely beautiful. And it's Lean on Me. And here it says, do you have a support system or community or someone you can lean on? Everybody needs someone or someone's. And Rain, you already know you've got me, you've got Jackie, you've got our chat here, you have all of us. So we're here for you. You always know all you need to do is reach out. Um, I think this is just a reminder because they're going on about going out and looking to make true connections with people, people that you can count on, people that are like-minded, like you. And it says here, a genuine community will be like your own personal cheerleading squad, and you can offer the same in return and be someone to lean on yourself. And for me, I think you already know um, that you have us all here. You know, we're there for you. And you also got your beautiful fur babies now too that support and lean on you. So they lean on you, and they'll allow us and allow us to be able to be that for you. So that's the beautiful energy about this card. It's all about friendship, community, and supporting each other. And I pulled from the Ancient Stones Tarot for you. I was just like, wait a minute, I got a totally different other deck, and I have energy rising, vitality, confidence, power, and decisiveness. And I love that for you, Rain. Look at that. She's kind of like in stone,
Mhm.
stepping out of Stonehenge. And she's got that beautiful portal, that vortex of energy right behind her. And that energy is rising. You had a major change in life this summer. And now that you have a new vitality, those who know you closely, we feel it, and you have more confidence. Now you can go, as you get back into your channel, having more confidence when you do your shows. Um, you're more decisive. You know what you want and you're going for it. You are taking back your power, and you are sharing that with all of us too, sending that beautiful energy and love out. So beautiful cards, Rain. And it's nice to have you back, dear. And looking forward to returning to the TTT, Tarot Talk Tuesdays. So stay tuned for that.
There's a lot of interesting chat going on.
Okay. So let me back up. So I see Nancy right here. Do you want me to start with that one?
Oh,
Or
well,
do we already do that?
I was just looking. I let me
Oh.
go up further and see. Where did we let off?
But the watermelon, is that the human spirit oracle? No, this is the resurrection. Amanda, this one here. The human spirit is the one that Ange gifted me and that she has. And that's that one right there. So that's a totally different deck, but same artist and writer. That's Jenna Della Gratalia. And Nancy, for your information, the Four of Swords is my personal card. Rest and relaxation.
Now,
is that it?
Spiritual Rain, the sword card that really speaks to me is the Eight of Swords, especially from the Mystic Palette deck. That just really speaks to me.
Yay! Heather, energy rising. I just completed my Master Reiki course today, and my energy and vibration is rising and changing my life.
That's wonderful.
Yay! That is awesome.
I don't understand these people that get decks and they don't open them. That's just absolutely.
I don't know how either.
I mean,
I can't wait.
Them, you wouldn't believe. You wouldn't believe. And you know what I got for my son that came today? I ordered him. I said, "Oh, I got a deck for you," and he goes, "Mom, it's the Star Wars affirmation."
I love that.
deck.
Yes, Tangi had that.
And I told him, I said, what you need to do is every morning when you wake up, pull a card. And that's the mindset for the day. That's your message for the day. And he was really on board with that. He was excited.
I have to get that one of these days. I just love the original Star Wars. So
no, up above that, what I was talking about was let me see if I can find it. I
hope I can. You might have to read it back from your end.
Wait a second. Oh, Amanda said we can have a 4-star beauty show.
Yes, I saw that.
4 of us, including. Oh, I didn't know if you saw that.
Oh, and I think I responded. I said yes. I said I would love that.
I was busy pulling cards.
That would definitely be fun. Group of women coming together, having fun. Oh, what could possibly go wrong? But it would also be. But it would also be so right.
Yeah,
that would be a great one. Yes. So there's Ange. Thank you for the invite. And yep, right there we have 4-star beauty showing one night with 4 of us, including Ange. You better believe that. Yep. Yay. So let me just go through, make sure I did. Allison, you were starting to type something to Amanda. Oh, there we go. It finished down here. Do you have any of the Radley Valentine Angel Tarot decks? Oh, and Amanda responded, okay. She has several. Rain wants to do pet Reiki. That is wonderful as well. And we are all caught up. And let's see. I haven't seen Miss Nissa. Miss Nissa was the last one that requested a reading, unless you did, Ange. I'm not sure if you did. But Nissa, are you still here? That's why Nancy and I asked that everybody remains in chat during the show for us to be able to do your readings. That way we can connect with the energy, and it's respectful to the readers for us,
Thanks, Tweety.
Giving our time to be able to do the readings. So let's see. So they're talking about the decks, and Ange says, if you need to practice on someone, Rain, you can pick me right away. Oh, look at Lily Grace, right?
Yeah. She went to the vet today, and she has progressed from a stage 3 of 6 regarding her heart problems to a
Oh,
stage 5. So,
oh, Lily,
bless
sweetheart.
her.
Oh,
Yeah.
so are they going to put her on medication, or are you just going to make her
I have
comfortable?
I have a chart that I have to several times a day. I have to, when she's resting, I have to count her respiration for a minute. And if it's over 30, she has to be put on medicine. But the vet said, you may be surprised when she's resting, it might just be 10. And she said, that's fine. That's fine. So, yeah, she's a good girl. Yeah, you want back down? Did mama snatch you up? You're tangled in my stuff. Here you go. Get down.
And Nissa is here.
Ah,
She
wonderful.
popped back in, so.
Here we go.
And
Yeah,
Ange said,
oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
no, I'm just saying, Ange said she didn't ask for a reading, but if we feel drawn to pull for her, we're more than welcome to. So,
Okay. Well, I have cards for Miss Nissa.
that fast? Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
woman. Wow, she's the
Yeah.
quick crone.
You,
She's the quickie
I
crone.
have three cards for you. The first one, I love this. This is the card of joy. This is from the Crone deck. Seek out what brings you joy. Is it a special person, union with nature, and awareness of the small and profound? Nurture happiness, pleasure, and delight, and you will be filled with a fresh energy and a lightening of the spirit. Remembering joy is contagious. Open your heart and eyes. I love that. That's a good message for all of us.
Mhm.
The second card for you, Miss Nissa, is today holds unlimited possibilities to see the beauty in life. And the final card is the color of burgundy. Awaken your passion.
Ooh.
And there's just all kinds of passions. There's the passion of creativity, the passion of loving those around you, maybe that one special person. It's a passion for wanting things to get better, to helping our world along, to showing our light. There can be a passion in that. So I love those cards for you.
Okay. And really quick, Allison said to you, same Nancy with my Chihuahua, because she's got a Chihuahua, her Lulu. I'm choosing not to medicate her, but good luck with your Chihuahua. They are so sweet. Yes, they
Yeah.
are. And so let's see. Nissa, I have for you, I have 3 cards, and I actually ended up pulling from a tarot deck, but let me go with the first oracle. It's called Bats in the Belfry. Oops, I got to take Miss Nancy out of there. So you got bats in the belfry, and I just love look at her. Allison, I know you love bats. Look at her bat ear, isn't that adorable? And she's got a bat on her eye. So this is bats in the belfry. I just think she's the cutest thing. And here it's about facing chaos, Nissa. And it says some moments just make you absolutely batty, whether from anxiety, depression, or just a plain old moment in a certain situation. It's okay not to feel in control or to feel whatever you do actually feel, but don't hold on to this moment for too long. Don't allow yourself to get lost in the moment's chaos or even a string of similar moments. Don't let the insanity define you. Seek a way that is healthy to work through it. And I wish they would have used something different than the word insanity, because right now we are having still a real issue with the stigma and wordage and verbiage for mental health. Um, and even if someone is going through depression or anxiety or have moments where they feel like they're just out of themselves, it's 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 not a negative on you. It's just something that happens to all of us. Sometimes some of us more on a deeper level or a more regular level, a reg on a more regular basis. That's the word I was looking for. And it's okay to get help, to find a support group, someone to talk to. So just know that you are still enough, that you are good enough, and that this is just a regular human emotions that we all go through. And so, with that said, I did pull two tarot cards, and the underlying energy is the devil card. And the devil is about not the actual physical being of the devil. The devil represents addictions to what either a way of thinking, a way of believing, a way of could be a physical addiction as well. You know, maybe eating, drinking, um, drugs, anything, some sort of something that holds us in bondage. And that bondage could be again having that continuous negative self-talk or fear or anxiety that holds us, that keeps us bondage. But what's interesting here in this card is that these two here, like the lovers card, they're actually holding hands. They're coming together, holding hands, and facing their demons, or they're facing their shadow self, and they're working and they're willing to work together. And this could be your male self and your female self coming together. This could very well be a relationship, but whatever this is there's that coming together, there's a union, there's a commitment to and face and look at it head on and working towards that. And I also pulled the Four of Pentacles for you. And the Four of Pentacles is about kind of holding on to things. Sometimes it's seen as a misery card, like taking in all the money, but not doing like a fair share kind of thing. It's kind of like the Ebenezer Scrooge kind of like card. But a lot of times for us, we have to hold things in. We have to kind of take a look around at what we need for ourselves to keep us healthy and in a grounded spot. Pentacles isn't always about money or like physical manifestations of wealth or prosperity. It could be security as well, but pentacles are also spiritual. So if you feel like you're going through this moment of anxiety, depression, it would be really good, because it feels like you're starting to looking at it head on, and finding somebody where you can sit down and you can share what you're going through, and not hold into it, not hold on to it, and think that it's all, you just have to deal with it with yourself. So I'm just going to end it there so I don't ramble on too much. I think you probably understand the messages, and I will just go ahead and
I was just looking at the chat. They were talking about Doreen Virtue decks. I have several, but I have two up here that I have with my angel decks. I have the Archangel Michael deck by Doreen, and the Ascended Masters deck by her. The Ascended Masters deck was one of the decks that I got from Ginger when she came here. And I have a book. Well, I have a book on. Let me see. Where is it? Probably not here. It would be too easy if it was here. Okay. A book about angels and spirit guides that Doreen Virtue did. I can send you a picture of it, Amanda, so you can see it. You can buy it used, and it's not expensive, and it has so much information in it.
Ange says that the Doreen Virtue and the Radley Valentine decks aren't for everyone, but they bring me. I hear her. She's so sweet. It sounds like my Lilu, and I miss hearing that. Oh my God. Says brings nostalgia and comforts. It's something, which they all started from. And hello, Mia's Tarot, or Maya's Tarot. Welcome. And Rain's doing her nails. And let's see, she sold all her doubles. Allison, which decks are they? Allison will probably get a hold of you with that, Amanda. So did you have something else that you wanted to share, Nancy?
No, I thought we were going to read for Ange.
Oh, Ange. Okay, Ange.
Don't time her out.
No, I'm not going to. So Ange, you're the next one up, my dear.
Okay, I've got Angie's cards. Um, Angie, you got three, I think, very powerful cards for you.
Ooh.
The first one is to align your intentions with your actions. And that's very important. The second one, the color card, is the color of coral. And it says, allow flow and synchronicity into your life. So we've got synchronicities and flow, and we've got intentions. The final card, and I think this is the most important one, this is from the Crohn's deck. This is solitude. And this is what it says. Be empty and still. Seek no company and find union with self. Observe your mental and emotional state. Right relationship with ourselves is necessary for a balanced relationship with others. Solutions can be found in solitude. We are either alone or all one. Be quiet and your soul will sing.
Wow.
I love that.
That's a beautiful deck.
I require a certain amount of solitude. I mean, I'm an only child, so that may be part of it, but I just really need that. I would have a hard time if I wasn't able to pull away. Of course, now I have plenty of time for solitude, but there's a certain kind of solitude that you have to make yourself sit down and do. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh. Righty. So, Ange, I had a couple cards come out. And yes, Mia's Tarot, I think this is your first time, and welcome. Thank you for joining us. So, I pulled from the Resurrection deck, and I got the Turning Point. Isn't she beautiful? The black velvety butterfly wings. I just love the artwork in this deck. So this is the turning point, girl. This is the stage now of your life where you're starting to, like with rain, a lot of us are claiming our power and starting to say, okay, starting this summer, we are all going to start on our own paths, and we're going to explore who we are, what we're capable of, tapping into our own power and owning it. And the next card I got for you, I end up pulling from the Healing Waters deck. And I got the Sweet Waters for you. And it says sensuality, romance, enjoyment, but I also love the fertility and balance. And she reminds me much of like the goddess Oshun or Yamaya, the beautiful goddess, African goddesses of the water and of birthing. And the birthing is, of course, fertility when it comes to could be creativity, new projects, new ways of thinking, new ideas that you are birthing, or ideas that you are just pregnant with, and you just want to start birthing them and start manifesting them. And I love the last word down here about balance. Everything that is going on right now in your life, after this turning point, you're bringing everything into balance. And next card I love even more too is making waves. It says here momentum is building. It's your time and achievement. So you have worked so hard to get to where you are now, and you have all that wisdom and power within you. And now you can start like this cyclone or this hurricane. You're building power, and you're just taking that forward into the next dimension, your next level of your journey, and make those waves, girl. This is your time. Be proud of everything that you have achieved up to this point. Um, and just go for it. I just love that card. I just love all these cards for you, Ange. They're absolutely beautiful. And I just like the way she's looking, like she's turning around going, you know what you gotta do. You know what I mean? It's just that little like, come on, look out that window. You know what's out that window. You know what's out there waiting. So that's what I got for you, Ange.
I was wondering if Mia's Tarot would like a reading. It's her first time here.
I was going to ask Mia's. Nancy and I do divine feminine messages. On Mondays, we talk about the divine feminine in all her aspects. If you would like for us to pull some cards, a message from the divine feminine. Oh, she would love one. Okay.
Okay.
And I think Nancy, you already have one, don't you?
I did. The reason I have my cards ready is I asked Spirit to choose the cards, and Spirit knows who the next person is going to be that's going to be read, and so those cards are for you. I also have another card that popped out for the collective, but
Okay.
Mia's, I have 3 cards for you. The first card, the color card, is the color of azure, and it is protect yourself. And it is very, very important, especially when we are doing spiritual work with our cards, to call in protection, to be protected. And I would hope that you have, a ritual that you do that sets you in the right headspace, and also has your team come in to protect you as you work. The second card that I got for you, and I love this. I love this for all of us, but it is, you are perfectly beautiful. And I hope with all my heart that you know that. You're absolutely beautiful just the way you are. You don't have to change anything. You're beautiful inside and out, and you need to embrace that. The final card is the card of abundance. And I love this. This is from the Crone deck. I'm using it because of our topic this show. This is the card of abundance, and it's beautiful. I love the wrinkled hands that she has over her breasts. It says,
That's
as
beautiful.
wheat sways in an open field, allow love, strength, and goodness to fill you. In abundance, life flows through you, with you, and around you. Wealth is not measured by how much you have, but by how little you need. Be content. And I love that.
She says, I do
Wealth
that
is
all the
not
time.
measured by how much you have, but how little you need. I think that's profound.
It is. And she says, I do that all the time.
I'm so glad.
She goes, correct. Amen. Me too. So, yes, I pulled from actually the goddess power deck. There was a particular goddess energy that was meant to come forward, and I got Freya for you. And Freya is the Nordic goddess, Germanic. She is, in this deck, she is the radical acceptance. That's her message. And Freya is a warrior goddess. She's one of those goddesses that can be sensual, sexual, creative, fertile, a warrioress. She's a protector. She goes into battle with the men. So she incorporates all the elements of the powerful female or the powerful feminine warrior that is in all of us. And she represents radical acceptance. And radical acceptance is like a DBT term that has us just kind of like look at life and things that we might have a hard time accepting right now, things that may not fit where we thought we would be on our path, or things that are not going in our life the way they are, or things sometimes we have to kind of just take that radical acceptance and say, okay, this is what happened, or this is where I am. Now I step into my power. How can I change? How can I transform? How can I pick up that sword, my sword of truth, and move forward? And what jumped out at me here from the book here is that you are the strongest, most grounded, and most powerful when you remember the strategy of the goddess Freya offers you in support. And that has to do with surrendering to what is, that you can move to a higher ground, you can begin again, or if there's any sort of drama in your life, to just let that go to the wayside, let that die down, and just focus on you. And it says here also, goddess of war and radical acceptance, Freya says, have no fear. This is only temporary. So if you're going through something right now, it's only temporary. Um, it says it's not the time to linger in perceptions of low self-worth. Your alignment task is to accept the truth wholeheartedly and see your situation exactly for what it is. So this is about working, getting into that place of surrender where you let go and let God, whatever your spiritual higher self, whoever your higher spiritual power is, and that could just be you as well, going into within yourself and saying, I let go and I give, and how can I move forward? And the last card I have from the Resurrection Oracle is the dream state. And I think a lot of your messages, I think you get spiritual messages through your dreams. And so to me, this is just like a reminder of paying attention to your dreams or going into your dreams if you have a question for your spirit guides, your higher power, or if you want to start working with Freya and her energy, just sending those intentions. And again, keeping a book nearby and putting down your dreams. And if you can't quite remember them, like with me, sometimes I have to just write emotions of what I feel during my dreams. And sometimes that helps me to connect and with whatever that message is for that dream. So that's what I have for you, Mias Tarot, and thank you for joining us. It's always nice to meet new people. And let me just make sure I get that card set aside. And I see Garnet has joined us. Hello,
Yeah.
Garnet.
He popped
For
in.
me is God, and I told him I'm upset. Well, there we go. Nancy saying hello. Yes, I do not dream, but I have them. Well, I would start paying attention to your dreams, your connection to your higher power, your God, whether female, male, and all together they're both. Um, we all resonate together as one. We each have a male and a female energy within us, a reflection to the actual higher power, of the universe. So, just asking for that guidance before you go to sleep at night and keeping that dream journal next to you. Um, and you're welcome. She says, thank you all for doing a read. I really appreciate it. You're welcome, my
I
dear.
have another card that popped out of the Crone deck, and I wanted, I have this deck and I use it all the time, but I have never drawn this card, and it flew out, and it's really interesting. I love the picture, but it's talking about transformation, and we were talking about the Crone, and look at this picture. She is, as near as I can tell, she is clutching some dried flowers. Looks like there's a root and some dried some type of something that is growing and but anyway, she is in a fetal position, and look at the baby. That is her when she was young, and she still has that inside of her. And this is the card of transformation, and I love this because this is going to be something that happens to all of us. And it says energy does not die, it simply transforms. Life is born into life over and over. Do not fear the transition. Perpetuate trust. Welcome the soul. And I think that when you speak of the crone and your crone years and becoming a crone, first thing is, I would say, important word is embrace, and the second is surrender. That's what I have for y'all.
And Mia's also commented, she says she's drying flowers too. She does an interesting what a great card. So this can resonate with everybody.
But I'm kind of wondering, this must have been something that was very important to her, the dried flowers. And she's holding on to that memory, maybe.
I thought this card was for the collective, but she's really
no, this is for the collective.
Nancy.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why I
Well,
wanted to make
well,
sure.
good. Come from it was just laying here, and I thought, I'm
She said that's her greatest job is being a mom.
yes.
So, but yeah, so I'm sure this can resonate for.
The hardest
Aw.
job you'll ever love.
And Allison says surrender is always the answer. Yeah, just surrendering and letting go and giving it to the divine. And Amanda says, I do resonate with that card too. So
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, thank you for joining Nancy and I this evening. I may be on again a little bit later for whenever my goddess
I
deck
look
comes.
forward to that. I look forward to
It's supposed to be here. And
it's so wonderful when you get a deck and you're excited and you're looking. That's why I don't understand people that have decks and they haven't opened them yet. I'm that
person. So now Wednesday, we're waiting to hear back from Dolly. I don't know if Dolly's going to be able to join us, but Nancy and I will be joined by Linda De Gonzalez, and we're going to be doing our Birds of a Feather reading. I did kind of have a bird for a while. My Cardinal Freddie has not been here in about 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know where he went to. I miss hearing him in the morning. But I do love hearing the birds outside my window. And because Nancy has the beautiful Agador Spartacus, Linda has Wanda and her little budgies that fly around. And Dolly does have, her and Chrissy has Reuben. We thought it would be so fun to do a little Birds of a Feather show together. So hopefully Dolly will still be able to join us. And that'll be Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
There's this crackling noise in the chat that it's gotten really bad. I'm not getting anything.
I'm not hearing any crackling
I'm so
either.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I hear it coming just a little bit here and there, but it's.
I have really enjoyed this because it's something I really know about.
It's nice to be able to share that love and that passion and to teach.
Y'all are wonderful. The chat.
Yeah, it's not. Nancy and I do not hear it. I'll have to watch it after we're done on playback on my iPad. So, and Mia says, y'all lifted my whole mood today. Thank you so much. Well, you're welcome, Mia.
Well, we hope you'll come back and we hope you will subscribe to our channels. Yes.
Yep. And Nancy and I are here every Monday at 5 p.m. for the Divine Feminine. And then her and I do shows during the week on, Nancy does the Monday mornings with Gerald and Jane the Seeker.
Yeah.
And Fridays I do sidekicks with Allison. And sometimes we have a guest. Sundays do poetry with Jeff. So yes, it'll be nice to.
Friday I'm going to be doing a live with Sun Psychic Jean at 2:00 in the afternoon.
All righty, you heard that right here. So you got, subscribe so that when Nancy does her shows as well. And Bach Pie Archangel of Birds. Yep, I've heard of that particular archangel. It's a new one to me. So, and yes, perfect way to end, Fatima. Yes. Everyone have a blessed evening. Exactly. So, thank you again, everybody. Have a wonderful night, day, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. And Nancy and I will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.